Hi Scorpio, welcome to your monthly reading for November 2023 and happy birthday to all of the November Scorpios. Sorry for the October ones, I didn't say that, but yeah, for any November Scorpios, I've caught it now. So, and actually happy belated birthday to the October Scorpios. Anyway, if you want to book a personal reading, then please go to the description box for information on that. You can either book it by email by sending me an email, or you can go to my new Etsy shop. Etsy would be the easiest way to book a reading, and there are also discounts on all of the readings there. Feel free to like, share or comment on the video, and as usual you're welcome to subscribe to the channel as well. So the books you can see in front of you here are from the oracle decks I'm going to be using for today's reading. So with this Myths and Mermaids deck, I actually really wanted to use this for the most recent weekly videos that I did. I was really eager to use it, but something kept on holding me back, and I said, okay, I'll save it for November's monthly readings instead. And then it clicked that it is the Oracle of the Water, which as a Scorpio, you will know that Scorpio is a water sign, so that actually makes sense now why I felt that way. Scorpio is known for being deep. It's about death, rebirth, transformation, things, mysteries, things that are hidden, and bringing those things to the surface, or investigating those things, should I say. So that's why I have the Heal Yourself deck here as well. And it's also quite spiritual, isn't it? So I thought the Angels and Ancestors deck would also be a nice accompaniment to the other decks too. So let's get on with your reading. We're going to start off with an oracle card for you from the Heal Yourself deck first of all, and that will be like your main theme for November, for your birthday month if you are a November Scorpio. So let's see what Scorpio needs to know. And I'm just checking, it looks like it's gone blurry, hasn't it? Okay. What does Scorpio need to know as a main theme? And I need to move my position because I feel quite uncomfortable actually. I don't know why I've set myself up like that. Right. What does Scorpio need to know? I've had trouble shuffling all of the decks for all of the readings that I've done for the monthly so far. You're my 11th reading, and yeah, it's always started off the same. Okay, that is, do we want to take those? I'm going to try that again. I don't quite feel that was right. It kind of sort of slipped off rather than did anything decisive. Let's try that again. So Scorpio, I don't know why I'm having so much trouble shuffling these decks today. It's really weird. Well, not today, the whole week that I've been filming. Anything for Scorpio, please. Anything for Scorpio for November. Are you feeling stuck at all, Scorpio? Because usually when there's a problem with the deck, it connects to the message itself. It's part of the message. And these cards feel like they do not want to come out. There we go, at last. Patience. This has happened in a couple of the other readings where it took me ages to shuffle and then patience came out. Right, so patience and healing. Okay, that does make sense. Maybe you need to be patient with yourself at present if you are healing. Or someone else may need to be patient with you while you are healing. That's another thing that could be coming up. So let's get you an Angels and Ancestors card. Hopefully it should come out a lot easier because it's a smaller deck. I've got small hands. So it should be a bit easier. Anything else for Scorpio as a main theme? Okay. Be devoted and committed. So I'll put that one there. And let's get your tarot cards out. And we're going to get a theme for you from the tarot as well. So the main theme from the tarot as well. What's Scorpio's theme for November, please? Ace of Wands, okay. What is Scorpio's energy specifically for November? The Sun in reverse. External or surrounding energies. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, that's a really interesting combination of cards. Right, past energies. Yeah, I can see why healing is here with this card here. Okay, and with these in reverse as well, that would explain patience, wouldn't it? Because it's like here's where you have a spark, but there are clearly some sort of delays involved. So present or current energy for Scorpio, please. Scorpio, I'm getting a hardcore workout from this. I'm going to have some massive muscles at the end of it. Right. Seven of Swords and the Tower. Wow. That is quite an intense energy there. So any potential future energies? Yep. That's a nice combination. That is the Ace of Swords and Queen of Swords. And let's get Scorpio's advice for the reading as well. Nope. That was too many. God, it's all ones though, isn't it? It's not just that it's too many, because sometimes I do get 3 cards out in one go, but it didn't quite feel right. So let's try that again. Scorpio's advice. There we go. So you've got the Devil and you have the Hermit. Okay, so I can, as I said, I can see a healing. The healing part looks more like this stuff here. And then the patient stuff looks like it's more connected to this. So that Be Devoted and Committed card, I was going to say initially that it felt like it's about being devoted and committed to yourself and your own healing, initially I would say. So I'm going to read just this healing message, which it's not that long, and the Sage message, that's not that long either. The messages from these books are pretty easy to take in. I know some of them can be quite long, and I've said before, I'm all right with long messages when I'm sitting, chilling by myself, reading it, but when you're doing it in a video reading, it's a lot to take in. I mean, even for me to read it, sometimes it's a lot to read, so I can imagine listening to it is probably a lot as well. So let's look at the healing message. So it says, illness and pain in your body is a message for you to slow down, look within and make important changes. If you are experiencing stress, feel overwhelmed or are suffering ailments in your body or feel exhausted and depressed, it means that your body is trying to communicate with you. Your body wants you to start treating it in a more loving manner and listening to the messages it is sending you. You need to become conscious of the areas in your life that you are avoiding or suppressing. Healing takes time. It is a process. Your first step towards healing is to create a safe, loving, supportive environment where you can listen to your inner wisdom. That would be the Hermit. The Devil would be the stress, depression, exhaustion, and then the Hermit. I mean, this is giving you the answer there, isn't it, in the advice, really? So I'll repeat that again. Your first steps toward healing is to create a safe, loving, supportive environment where you can listen to your inner wisdom. Right, so let's look at the Sage card. The main message says, be willing to go the whole road and back again. This will allow you to be the best you can possibly be. And as I said, I feel that's in relation to being committed and devoted to your own healing. Devotion is a powerful, this is the extended message. Devotion is a powerful energy. Right now, angels and ancestors want to acknowledge how committed you are to your growth. Your continued dedication to this aspect of your life has been recognized, and your understanding that you are not only a body but also a soul is all you need to continue growing and expanding. The energy of oneness is offering itself to you now, and it's important you take some time to integrate it all so that you can be supported and guided by it. This is what the divine wants for you. Make a note of experiences or teachers making themselves known to you at this time, because you are going to share those teachings one day too. That's interesting, and I'm getting the Sage and Hermit feel very, very similar. I know we often think of the Hermit as just he's on his own path, he's doing his own thing, but then others can learn from him, can't they as well? I mean, yes, he has his own guiding light, he is his own guiding light, but then he can kind of light the path up in a way for others to kind of learn from him as an example, like he could teach by example. It's not that he goes out and tells people what to do, but they can look at his example as well. So let's start to clarify. So we've got the Ace of Wands there, and I'm just going to start to clarify. I'm not going to make any assumptions just yet. So why is the Ace of Wands there? This deck is really sticky at present as well. Why is the Ace of Wands there for Scorpio, please. I mean, okay, I'm going to put these ones back, but this would be the healing, wouldn't it? So you may be feeling inspired to do some work around healing. I would say that might be a thing. There could be a spiritual aspect to it, that you might be healing something in terms of your spirituality. I mean, healing, it is spiritual in its own way, isn't it, really? Anything else? Ace of Wands. Why is the Ace of Wands here for Scorpio? Well, so the healing is, this is the burdens that were being talked about in the other cards: stress, depression, those kinds of things. But you are, it's like you probably are in a process, or needing to, because this is like the theme, isn't it? Needing to heal from any burdens, to overcome any burdens, to overcome any fears. Addictions even may come into this, potentially, with the devil being there. It's overcoming those things through healing, through contemplating, listening to your inner knowing, and whatever it is that you learn. Anything else? So we've got Judgment there and Justice. So that Judgment, I mean, Judgment, is that a Scorpio? I believe Judgment is a Scorpio card. No? It feels like a Scorpio card, actually. I'm thinking Libra, but it's Scorpio, isn't it? I would say two things. Number one, it's being called. You may have a feeling, because I said inspiration, didn't I? So you may feel called to do healing work at present. This can also be about reviewing the past as well with Judgment. So reviewing whatever it is in the past, or whatever it is that you are healing from. And it's to create balance for yourself, isn't it? It's to set things right so that you can move forward. I don't feel I need to sub-clarify anything here. I think that's... I mean, I could try and be nosy and see what people are healing from, but why? You know, it's a general reading. Is that necessary? I don't think it is, to be honest. And that's your business. I mean, as much as we do readings and we want to find out as much as we can, which I'm all about doing the deep dive. You know, it's private, isn't it? Some of it is private too. Okay. Yeah, I'll leave it there. I don't feel the need to dig deeper for that particular card. It may show up later what specifically needs to be healed, but I don't feel like I need to do it at this point. Let's look at that Sun in reverse. That's your energy. So I would say where you're in an energy of bringing... It's part of the healing process, is bringing things to the surface, bringing things to light. It could be about trying to turn things around to get happiness, but I would say it's more about working on illumination and bringing things to light, bringing things, I think I mentioned bringing things to the surface, about what needs to be healed or how to heal things, and that sort of thing. So let's look at the Sun. Yep, I mean, that's like looking at perspectives. It can be spiritual development, but it's going deep within, isn't it? And sort of doing internal investigation, really. Anything else for the Sun? So this would be about the challenges that you've experienced, the reasons why you need to heal. What's next? We'll do the Star. I feel like the Star needs to be upright. Again, that's a card of healing. The Eight of Wands for me is a card of, it can be communication, but it's a lot of the time it's about movement. So moving forward, moving on. And the Nine of Wands would be like the wounded warrior. That's where you would have been wounded, but he's still standing. So this may be the point. You could be here now like a wounded warrior, and the last shred of energy you have is used to help yourself heal. Or this is where you end up once you've done the healing, possibly. But overall, it's about bringing things to the surface, bringing things to light, so that you know what to do next. I'm going to leave that one there as well. I feel like that's clear enough, to be honest. I don't feel like there's anything to add to that. So Ace of Pentacles is an external energy. So there may be an opportunity. I mean, the opportunity to heal in itself is an opportunity. And as I've said, with the external or surrounding energies, if it's not another person or an external situation, it's an energy around you that's kind of pushing you to do certain things or to feel a certain way. And you, obviously, you have free will. You get to choose whether you take the opportunity or not. or to go with the energy, to flow with it, or to go against it. But it could be the opportunity to heal if it's not an actual physical, tangible opportunity. Let's see, why is the Ace of Pentacles there, please? Yeah, I'd say it's an opportunity to explore what's going on, about what needs to be healed and why you need to heal and how to heal as well. So it's like the universe is almost offering you the opportunity, because I've spoken before about, I mean, I don't know if I've mentioned it in any of your readings, but I had a birth chart reading recently, and if anybody would like to have the same person do it for them, if you want to send me an email to ask me about that, or in the comment section, I'll let you know who did mine and how to find that person. It's from a channel called Aquarian Insight. She's not on YouTube anymore, she's on Odyssey now, but she did a birth chart reading for me, and it was an intuitive reading, and it was brilliant. It wasn't so much predictive, although it did pick up on potential future energies based on my individual birth chart, but it explained a hell of a lot. It was like a hardcore spiritual psychoanalysis of who I am, why I feel the way I do, and it was excellent. It's really put a lot of things into perspective. So I think the point I was trying to get into was that astrology and the planets, nothing can force you literally to do things, but it can give such a strong energy that you are pushed. And of course it can create certain situations in your life, but then you have to choose how to adapt to that, don't you, and how you respond. Right, so again, it's like the universe, we'll say, is giving you an opportunity to explore what needs to be healed, to take the initiative with the King of Wands, to dig deep. And I would say there could be an ego aspect. Maybe you got to dig deep into your ego, or there could be an element here of situations where there have been conflicts with other people, and looking at that, how that has impacted you and where there's a need to heal there. And Nine of Cups, it's where I guess the outcome would be that you want to be, the word restoration is coming to mind, even though that's what the Nine of Cups is about. You want to feel balanced and satisfied, and I don't want to say whole, because it's not like we're incomplete to start with, are we? We're just going through different stages, so you are where you are. Sometimes you feel more like yourself than others. Okay, that's what I'm getting from that Nine of Cups. It's about feeling more like yourself, more like feeling more satisfied within yourself. Okay, that's not where I thought that was going to go, but that's it. So again, I don't feel like I need to sub-clarify. I mean, I could. Okay, I'll be nosy and look at the Five of Swords, but in general, I think this external energy is an external energy that is pushing you and inspiring you to do the healing work. So Five of Swords, anything for that? Too many came out then, so we'll try that again. Okay, getting a strong yes on that. So we've got the Emperor. Oh, so there could be something to do with control here. If you've had, I mean, it could be you that's tried to be controlling, or it could be that you've been in situations and had connections with people who are controlling, whether it's people who are romantically attached to you, friendships, family members, social groups, spiritual groups, religious groups. There may be an element here of someone being controlling. There could be stubbornness in here somewhere. Could be to do with feeling powerless as well. There could be something here about not, if you have been controlled by someone or a situation or a group of people, that would impact your ability to choose your own path as well. It's like being in two minds, isn't it? If you've been controlled, then it's like you feel a commitment and an obligation to whoever's controlling you, but then it's like, can you commit to your own path? It's catch-20, well, not catch-22, but it's like, as I say, it's like being in two minds. So just bear with me one moment, I'm getting a phone call. Okay, Scorpio, sorry about that. So I think we were finished with that, weren't we? Yeah, we were finished. So let's move on, if I can actually pick the cards up. Let's make sure I am actually still recording. So let's put this here, and I'll put the other cards back in the deck. So we're going to look at the past energy now, which looks painful. But, I mean, you wouldn't need to heal if you hadn't been through something painful, would you? So let's see what this tells us So why is the Five of Cups there, please? As the past energy, what is that Five of Cups energy about for Scorpio? So, I don't know why I'm putting that there. You've got the High Priestess. Again, that's making... Okay, I wasn't going to take it, but actually that does feel right. Again, I was going to mention that controlling energy. If you have been in situations where you've been controlled, it would prevent you from being able to hear or listen to your own intuition, wouldn't it? And be your own guide, your own inner guide, yeah. So with that Three of Cups and Two of Cups here, these are connections with other people. So there could be a romantic aspect. It could be a group, a community. I'm not seeing family so much here, but then the Two of Cups, that's very close bonds, isn't it? So that could be family. But as I say, you may have had other people who have tried to control you, or even not if it's control, just influence your decisions and how you feel. There can be emotional manipulation involved here. I was just trying to think what else. That's there was something else, but it's gone now. Oh, something about a false, I think, did I mention false sense of security before, or am I thinking of another reading? I've done quite a few today and that's come up a few times. False connections. A false connection, it's where you feel that you have a close bond with somebody, they make it seem like they're there for you, but it's just manipulation, isn't it? It's all manipulation, whether it's intentional or not, because sometimes you can, obviously we can go down the narcissist end, that's like the extreme end of things. And then it can be where you have people that they genuinely care about you and they want the best for you, but they just feel like they know you better than you know yourself. So they use that to sort of tell you, you should do this, you should do that. And they're worried about you getting hurt because maybe they have their own fears, or they lack confidence themselves, so they're kind of projecting their fears onto you. But it's like false relationships. The narcissist end of things would be like false security, where they make you dependent on them, don't they? Or they make people feel that they love them even though they're just manipulating them. Let me get one more after that Five of Cups, and then I will I sub-clarify the Five of Cups? Well, let's see what comes after it. Either way, that would interfere with your sense of inner knowing. And it's like you have to restore that, your faith in yourself and your beliefs and your intuition, because you got the Hermit card here and that Sage card, being committed and devoted to your own healing, yes, but also to your own sense of self, your own belief in yourself, and your own sense of inner guidance as well. So let's get one more after that Five of Cups. Okay, so I feel that with that Five of Cups, right, you may have realized, clearly you've been through this. If it's in the past, you could still be going through it, to be honest, but you've been through this. Sorry, that was my tummy rumbling. I am hungry. The Five of Cups may be the point at which you realize that you want to get out of this feeling. You may have had a slight light bulb moment or something in the past, whether it's like yesterday, a week ago, a month ago, a year ago. You may have decided, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want to feel hurt. I don't want to be manipulated. I don't want these kind of connections that are detrimental to me. And it's funny, isn't it? I've said it in previous readings about in the Five of Cups, you've got the Three of Cups that are spilt out. But in this one, everything's spilt out, because usually if it's upright, the Two Cups are behind you. And there's still potential there for new people or new connections or whatever. But here, everything's spilt out. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's someone watching where everyone you're close to, or you've been close to, or most of the people you've been close to in your life so far haven't treated you well, or you've had horrible relationships with them. That's a possibility here. So this is where, as I said, this is where you realize you don't want to feel that way anymore, and you want to seek fulfillment. You want to feel, I keep getting the word whole, but whole, it doesn't feel feel right, because I don't think that we are, as I said, I don't think we are ever incomplete, but that's the word that's coming up, is you want to feel whole again. Maybe you feel like you've lost parts of yourself, so that's why this whole thing is coming up. Anyway, let's just go with whole, just because that's what's coming up. So I'm just going to say the Fool is that sense of freedom, isn't it? It's next to the Eight of Swords. It's where you want to free yourself, where you want to be liberated, you want to be free to explore. So as I say, the past energy is where you've been through all of these likely horrible relationships, whether they're romantic or not. it's affected your ability to trust in yourself and your own intuition. You've probably had a realization that you don't want to feel like that anymore and you want to free yourself and be whole. So that is my tummy again. It is past lunchtime now, so, but we're going to get this done. So 7 of Swords and the Tower. That, I mean, I said in the beginning, that's some heavy energy. Okay, the initial thought I'm getting is about Capricorn had something similar, not exactly the same, but it was that term I said of something about anything built on a lie is going to be obliterated. That's the possibility here. Let's see what clarifies it. Anything built on a lie may be obliterated at this point, or you may be deciding that anything in your life that is built on a lie, which would be false connections, false security, has got to be taken out, wiped out completely. And I believe the Tower is a Scorpio card as well, or can be a Scorpio card. So you've got the Ace of Wands. I mean, I'll just point out the Tower can be connected to depression as well. And I pointed out in one of the other videos that I recorded today that depression is a lie, isn't it, really? I don't mean it's a lie as in it don't exist. It does exist. I've been there. But it makes you, it's like your brain lying to you, telling you that you're not good enough, that you can't do this, that you can't do that, that you're worthless. Depression is something, it's something that lies to your brain. So I don't know why I felt the need to say that. But I would say this is more about feeling inspired again, because you've got 2 Ace of Wands, to change things, to destroy the lies, whether it's lies that other people have told you or lies that, and what other people have told you, it affects your brain, doesn't it? So that can cause you to lie to yourself, but it's destroying all of that, taking that out and starting again. I mean, you've got 2 swords of truth and clarity here following that in the future. So yeah, let's continue, and then I'll carry on because I'll talk forever on this. Anything else after the Ace of Wands for the 7 of Swords and the Tower, please? Your reading, I swear to God, all of the readings I've done so far, I'll be honest, they have been extremely long. I've put it down to the fact that I do long readings. I like to go deep, and it's also Scorpio season, which is about being deep. So that's, put those together and you get mega long. But this one feels the easiest so far. The other ones, some of them I've struggled quite a bit to understand the messages. It was like a mystery, which again, Scorpio can be connected to mysteries, but yours feels really straightforward. Like, I know what everything means straight away. So I don't know. You're the only one so far it's been that easy with. But let's see. So 7 of Swords and the Tower again. So right, it could reference that controlling energy, but with this section of the reading, this might be more about you taking your power back with the Emperor there and the Queen of Wands, no longer hiding in the shadows, no longer hiding who you are, taking the lead in your own life, not letting anybody make you feel disempowered, not allowing anyone to make you feel disempowered. Let's get one more. See, I'm not even like sub-clarifying much, whereas in all the other readings, I'm sub-clarifying the shit out of everything, but this one, no. Up I'm getting for that. So King of Cups, is that a Scorpio card as well? It is. It might have been reversed actually, because upright, the King of Cups is about having deep emotions but keeping them to yourself. So in reverse, it's more likely about there are different ways you can take things when they're in reverse, but it could potentially be about releasing those emotions. So release. I may get one sub-clarifier for that. I'll get one more, just see what comes up here. I would say it's more about release, to be honest. Releasing any emotions that need to be freed, yeah, so that you can choose a new path. Let's get one for that King of Cups, because if you tear everything down, you've got to choose a new path, haven't you? So King of Cups, that's in reverse, isn't it? Hierophant. I mean, that would be letting go of the old rules, whether it's rules that have been imposed by other people. Oh, release, I said release, didn't I? Releasing rules that have been imposed by other people. Beliefs that have been created in your own mind that are detrimental to you. Again, that control element. God, what we got? We've got the 4 of Cups. It feels more like other people because this came up in Tauruses as well, about being offered a false sense of security where you have the feeling that something's off. But in Taurus's reading, it was a child. It was a literal child, which, this person looks quite young. They could be a child, and it was speaking of if you were brought up in an environment, in an abusive environment, whether it's as a child or as an adult as well, where you have a partner or people in your life who are abusive, and they offer you a false sense of security, don't they? Because they're making you believe that what they're doing is acceptable and it's fine, and it's not. It's a lie. Again, the lie. And it's like balancing, juggling their shit, doing for them, but are you doing anything for yourself? Are you focused on yourself and taking care of yourself if you're too busy doing what they're telling you should be doing? Like a puppet on a string, isn't it, really? So yeah, it's a need to release this, which, as I say, it looks more likely to be other people's imposed rules, whatever. Okay, I'm going to put these back because I think we're wrapped up with that. So it looks like in the present you are, if not literally taking action to obliterate anything built on a lie, then at least feeling very inspired and wanting to do it. But I think, based on what's coming up, so what I was going to say with the future, potential future energies, for me, the potential future energies, it can be like a prediction, although I always say nothing, future predictions are not set in stone. You've got free will, but it's more of a heads up. So it's how you're likely to move forward based on where you are now. It can also be like a heads up on what you need to prepare for, or how to prepare, or what needs to be worked on. So with the Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords, it's about clarity, your truth, your beliefs, and being very clear about those. So you probably will move towards that if you're obliterating anything based on a lie, but it could also be telling you to work on that as well in the future. Developing your own sense of authority, that's come into mind, and your sense of assertiveness as well. So let's clarify the Ace of Swords and Queen of Swords. So we've got your card, again, death. So I'll put that there. And it's, for me, it's building a new foundation. It's a rebirth for you, isn't it? And building a brand new solid foundation, because the Tower's not, is it? Again, your authority, I've got them again, the Ace of Swords, King of Swords. Developing and building your own sense of authority, building on a solid, oh my God, look at this. Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords. I don't need to clarify anything, do I? 100% coming into your own sense of truth, your own sense of authority, clarity, beliefs, everything. It's building a brand new foundation, but it takes healing first, and you have to go deep and do the inner work and trust your own intuition in that as well. This is I actually really like this reading. I mean, it looks like there's a lot of pain that's been here, but if you are heading in this direction, it is really inspiring, to be honest. It is very, very inspiring. I think that's going to be the name of the video, Developing Your Own Sense of Authority, or Rebuilding Your Own Sense of Authority. Right, so I think the last reading I did, I think I was saying, oh, this is the quickest reading I've done so far, but yours, and it's not about speed for me, because I said I go deep. I don't time the readings, which is why they end up so long. But so far, it's been so easy to understand that it may be the quickest one. So guidance here, the Hermit and the Devil. So the Devil, as I said, this is what you want to overcome. The challenges, anyone who's forced their own rules upon you or made you feel like shit, false connections, false security. And it's trusting your own inner knowing and doing a deep dive and discovering who you are, what you want, and how to heal. So clarify the Hermit and the Devil, please. Yes, okay. So we've got strength. It will take strength and it will take courage to do this, yeah, because you've got to overcome that. Stress, anxiety, fears. It will be hard work. It's going to be hard work. I'm not going to lie, I've been there multiple times and it's not easy, and I probably will go there many more times in my life, because you don't just heal once and then you're done. It's cycles, isn't it? It comes and goes in cycles. Two of Swords. Seven of Wands. I'll get one more after that. So I feel like that Two of Swords, it's establishing what your truth is again. So it's all of that Swords energy that we saw with the Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords, King of Swords, that came up multiple times. Let me just get one more after that Seven of Wands, and I may look at the Seven of Wands on its own just to check what I think that means. Right, so Ace, wow, that's a sense of, that's independence, that is. That's freedom and independence, the Ace of Pentacles with the Nine of Pentacles. This healing All of this healing, again, the opportunity is an opportunity for you to gain a sense of liberation, freedom and independence. So I feel like the Seven of Wands, I was going to say, it feels like, I was debating, is it standing up for your freedom, your authority, your truth, etc. But I think it is that. But let's, yep, it's Queen of Pentacles. That's your sense of self-worth there, and values, whatever's valuable to you, what you feel is valuable. Okay, it's illuminating the shadows. Look, sun and the moon together. Your reading is just like flowed, whereas all of the other ones, yeah, it's been like uncovering a deep dark mystery. You're the sign that's meant to be mysterious, yet yours came out really easily. There's nothing more to say. So your guidance, it's going to take courage. It will take courage, but you have to fight for it. And this opportunity here, because I feel like it's an energy that's sort of pushing you and nudging you and saying, come on, you got to do this. It will help you to gain your own sense of freedom, independence, liberation, and to rebuild your sense of self-worth, your sense of authority. Again, you're illuminating the shadows, and be willing to illuminate the shadows as well. It's not pleasant. Trust me, it's really not pleasant, but that's how you heal, isn't it? So I'm done with that. I'm going to get you a final oracle card. I can't believe how, what's the word? Concise, decisive that reading was. I'm shocked. I think yours may be the only reading that's under an hour. Let's get your final oracle card and see what comes out. So what else does Scorpio need to know? What else does Scorpio need to know for November, please? And it does make sense that this would flow like this, because when it's your birthday month, it's like the start of a new year for you. I know we talk about January in the UK and other countries being the new year, but the new year for us as individuals is our birthday. So it's not surprising that there's the death card would come up when it's your birthday, because it's like the death of you, the previous version of yourself, and going into a new version of yourself, isn't it? When it comes up to your birthday, and it doesn't happen overnight. Obviously, it takes work, but it is like a gateway to transformation, isn't it? Oh, that might go in the title as well. Right. So you have water elementals, and you're a water sign, so that's interesting. Let's see what comes up with that. I don't know what that means. I don't use this deck very often, and it would be impossible to learn a deck off by heart anyway, wouldn't it? Well, you might if you got a photographic memory, but maybe not. So let's see where water and elementals fit into this. Oh, this is brilliant. And I'm going to read the entire message for you because I feel like it'll all help. Right, so there's a little poem type thing at the beginning. It says, let me weigh the matter carefully and slowly sift results to even out the balance of the sea. When everything's in harmony, in symmetry, in peace, then everyone can finally be free. A group of 3 water nymphs lounge in a pond deep in contemplation. Joined by their dolphin fish friend, they rest and ponder under a darkened sky among the reeds and water lilies. The divination message says all will become balanced. Lately, you have had your share of ups and downs. There have been many instances of confusion and times when you have felt pulled in several directions at once. External stressors have been wreaking havoc. Everything from unpredictable weather to unstable relationships can have a big impact on our emotional outlook. Fear not, my friend, for it won't be long before your life and body regain their natural sense of harmony and balance. You may need to reevaluate the aspects of your life that are giving you the most trouble and try setting some appropriate boundaries. If someone is taking too much of your time and energy, it is all right to limit their presence and influence. Look to the near future and breathe a deep sigh of relief. Once again, you will feel calm, clear-headed, and motivated to live life to the fullest. And the antithesis says, the scales will soon tip. Life can be quite the juggling act, and until quite recently you have kept it in equilibrium. Now things are coming at you at a frenetic pace, and soon you will feel overwhelmed. You may need to put some activities on the back burner while you concentrate on pressing demands, even if doing so leaves you feeling imbalanced. So I feel that the divination message about all becoming balanced is probably more relevant here. I mean, for someone, the antithesis may be relevant, but I feel like the first part is more relevant. But I'll leave your message there. I really think this is quite an inspiring message, and I really quite like it. Again, if you want to book a personal reading, and get your own individual specific message, then send me an email. Well, go to the description box where you can either send me an email or go to the Etsy shop where there are discounts on all of the readings. Thank you for watching the video. Again, you can always like, share or comment on the video, and you're welcome to subscribe to the channel. Until the next reading, take care.